So when we all did the big year ender, I remember watching Speedy just march around this little room, and he had his little red hat on, and he was singing as hard as he could sing, the Mark Phillips Jingle Bells, and we're giving away gift number 12. Then we do a bonus gift.
Oh, sure.
People are crying. It's emotional, and little did we know, Speedy was just spreading COVID, just
marching around, just spreading it everywhere.
He was a COVID fire hose, and somehow it dodged Greg and Adler, but it got everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
we got a theory.
I know I've seen you and Adler's theory. By the way, I've contacted the medical field and told them to come after y'all's.
Yeah.
We call it the BAB.
Yeah.
The blood.
How about Rick? For 2 weeks, I was out prior to that and was so excited to get back to work, only to pick it up.
Yeah, so you had it in your house.
Adler showing me just dancing around, just spreading it everywhere.
Yeah, and how many tubers have it? We don't know. I mean, didn't you go out and pollute them too?
Well, but I didn't come anywhere near him. I just walked out there and took a picture. But heck, who knows?
Right there, look, he's just throwing it
Listen,
everywhere.
when he's doing this, because I've been watching.
It's like pig pen. It's coming off everywhere.
He's doing his dance, and then he's doing, and the whole time he's got COVID.
So
I know this. Don't touch that glass over there, if anybody, because you had your face up against
I did.
it.
I just loving all on it.
So
I love the tubers.
The timeline of how all this played out. We had we were everything was scaled down this year. I mean, everybody was trying to be safe, and we had a family get together on Sunday that was very scaled down, and then Monday rolls around, and Monday's fine. I'm fine Monday. After lunch Monday, I start going downhill. I go, something's wrong. Don't feel right. Coughing, achy. Oh, I felt like I'd been in a car wreck, that kind of thing. And I'm quickly going downhill, and I think, hey, I'm getting sick. I'm getting sick here on Monday.
Here we go.
About then, I get the text from Speedy, hey, I'm positive. Tested last week, got the results. And I was like, oh, golly, are you kidding me? So then Tuesday was my worst day. Ran a fever, coughing, just terrible. Fever 100, 105. I think it got to 109.9, almost 101 that afternoon. I'm already trying to get tested. I'm calling, portal. If I hear the word portal again, I'm going to scream. Okay, I hate the word portal.
Are you transferring?
I hate that word. And
transferring to jobs.
We got it scheduled, but it was the next day. It was on Wednesday. But Tuesday Tuesday night, I thought, well, this is it. Not gonna make it.
This is it.
Not gonna make it.
That'll do it.
I don't run a fever well.
Right.
I'm kind of like a sports car.
Yeah.
If any little thing falls off, it's just everything goes downhill. And we're already isolating, all that. And but just thank the Lord above. Wednesday morning, I wake up, fever's gone. And I'm like, hey, thank you on that. Now, is it going to come back after lunch? Which it didn't. But I went and got tested. And this is so funny because we had all, the science of this. We're trying to everybody get their arms around it.
Sure. And good luck with that. It's like trying to grab air.
The
Trying to hug a mist.
The rapid test, to get a negative from the rapid test can be a 50% failure rate, okay? It's much more accurate if you get a positive. But it's still not as accurate as what they call, Rick, I think it's PCR test. That's the one they have to send off, okay? So the doc has been pushing the send-off test to all of us.
Oh, he wouldn't tell me. He's the one that took care of me. He said, do not go get a rapid test.
So listen, now this is Tuesday, though. Christmas Eve is Thursday. He said, get the rapid test. I go, the rapid test? You told him? He said, we need to know right away because I want to start you on the antibody infusion, the IV thing. Okay, because if you get the antibody infusion, it lowers your chances of going to the hospital 70 or 80%,
Yeah.
Okay? But there's a catch, and we'll talk about this today. It's a long, drawn-out story about that and the problems with it. Getting it. It's a great product. You just can't get it much. So we go do the rapid test. I test positive. Betty's driving me. She's with me. So we go home. We're still exposed, doing our isolation. He prescribed a Z-Pack and a steroid dose pack, and then we were taking enough over-the-counter vitamins to choke a donkey.
Right.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and
Y'all gonna look at each other?
so
I don't know about that.
I got to feeling better, but I had to isolate. So then it kind of becomes a mental thing, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What did I say? Did I say insulate?
No, I added that. That
Okay.
used to be a term that they used at the power company. Came
Right,
out
I
of my
got
mouth. You got to insulate and isolate.
Well, see,
It
I
just
don't know.
popped out of
'cause
my mouth.
I still got a COVID fog. I don't know what I've said.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So that just becomes the difficult part for me. Was, you know, we have a lot of traditions at Christmas, and we watch movies, and you know, we eat a lot together, and you know, I'm kind of left out. You know, I'm like, I'm just locked back here.
You
know,
had a Charlie Brown Christmas.
I know they. I mean they knock on the bedroom door, leave a plate of food, and run like there's, you know.
Yeah.
I love the
COVID in
picture
there.
of you set up across from everybody else with you.
So that my family finally said, "Look, Dad, we want you to be.
That's funny.
We want you to.
There's that ketchup.
We want you to be a part of Christmas." Betty had grilled steaks. Of course, I couldn't taste it. But so I'm set up like 27 feet away, and I got to be part of Christmas.
Not 28, not 26.
Well, we measured it 27.
Right. Yeah.
And I appreciate them doing that and taking that chance with me.
So you did lose your taste?
Yeah, and smell.
Yeah. Has yours come back? Mine's still not right.
Mine is better. It ain't right.
Mine's partially back.
Yeah, I would say now smell none. I tell you what used to just drive me crazy was when Betty would use fingernail polish remover. If it was in the room, my eyes would water, and I'm like, hey, please ventilate, door.
Yeah.
I could sniff that stuff now. I don't even know.
Right. Yeah.
It's but that ain't all bad. You know, I'm not, you know, eating as much either, so that's fine. I'll take that. But Rick, I tell you where it
Let us
got
be
to
the
me.
judge
I
of
really and it was depressing to a degree because I do enjoy that time with the family, and it's something, you know, we have a lot of traditions. But you know, it just really broke my heart when I started thinking about the people who were separated with hospitals.
Oh,
and,
yeah, so much of it.
you know, I was so blessed to be separated by a sheetrock wall.
Oh, yeah.
And there were so many other people that had
Absolutely.
what I call real problems.
Oh, yeah.
Because at that point, you know, and I've still got a little bit of a cough if I get out of breath. And I've got, you know, this thing where I'll be fine. And I think, man, I feel good. Yes, energy. And then for no apparent reason, it's almost like somebody kicks it into neutral. And you go, hey, wait a minute, what's going on here?
That's going to go on for about 3 more weeks.
And see, I don't know what's causing that because when I feel that way, I check blood pressure, I check oxygen level, I check temperature, you know, I check everything I can check, and nothing changes. I'm looking at heart rhythms on the watch, you know, and I go, what is this? Why do I feel this way? And Betty will even go, you look flush. You're having one of those spells. And I go, yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm thinning the blood. Yeah, I'm doing all I can do, but I don't know. I don't know what it is.
We call it not being sure of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But just I'm very thankful, Speedy. Even though you infected me, thank you for giving me a mild case.
Yeah. Well, I was, and we'll talk about it. I was confused. I was like, okay, I texted the staff Friday night, and I never heard from you.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, has he read it or has it not sunk in yet? What's the deal? And then I told you on Monday, hey, I'm positive, and then oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
We'll be right back.
Rick and Bubba.
Bubba, you got COVID. Speedy got COVID. Helmsy got COVID. And Helmsy, how are you doing?
I'm good. I've got lingering cough that, goodness, it's a rough one. And I'm doing this thing where I kind of like what Bubba was talking about, real weak at times. And you kind of go, what just happened? And I guess this will be my next 3 or 4 weeks, but it was a little rougher than I wanted to be. I'll be honest.
Well, you've got some issues, you know, with asthma and all that, and that can be problematic.
There was about 3 days where I could have done without, for sure. And then I guess all throughout the rest of the week, Saturday, a couple days ago, was my final day of isolation. And so feel fine, feel great. I've got this lingering cough, as I mentioned, that will probably be with me for quite some time, and my taste and smell's back. Yeah. So that was good. I read as soon as I lost that, Amanda made something one night, and I tried to eat it, and I'm like, this tastes like chalk. Like, what in the world's going on? And she'd been burning a candle in the house, and I said, hey, wait a minute, how long have you had that candle burning? She's like 2 hours. And like Bubba was saying, that stuff usually I'm aware of right away, and I couldn't smell a thing.
Well, I have a candle in our house that I keep seeing where my smell is, and I'll pick it up. And now if I put it real close to my nose, I can smell it. At one time, I couldn't smell it at all. So it's gradually coming back.
Yeah.
And Speedy, how was yours?
Yeah, I was
Super spreader.
Yeah, really.
Well, I think every time you go to another person, we ought to go, it's a COVID Christmas.
I never lost my taste or smell, and I had a stopped up nose, no fever. I actually went in for a steroid shot, thinking I'm just stopped up. I just kind of want to open up my sinuses. I'm just a little stopped up, and every now and then for that day I developed what I call airplane ears. Where my ears would get kind of like stopped up a little bit, and I was like, I'm just going to go get a steroid shot. I feel fine other than that, and I just want a little relief going into the Christmas break. And they said, hey, we're not going to give you a steroid shot, just because from where I went, they were like, the steroid can actually work against you because your body's immune system kind of shuts down and says, okay, the steroid's doing its job. And so if it turns out that you've got COVID, you actually are going to have a tougher time with it. So there's like, so we're just going to, if you don't mind, we're going to not give you a steroid shot, but we would really like to test you. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm here, but we're going to test you for the flu and everything else. So they go to going up the nostril
and get on back
at night, and they do it for COVID. They also do it for the flu, and they're nostriling me up, and so that's when I sent the text message to you guys, and then it came back. And I was good. I was well enough because I talked to the guys because none of us were ever here at the same time. So we hosted Best Ofs, both Helmsy and I, with COVID.
Yeah.
But nobody was here, and we just did cleaning. I know one time Amanda even came up here,
guys, and cleaned. We don't even need to hire that service anymore. Just hire her.
Yeah.
Right. It was ridiculous what she did.
Right.
I'm telling you.
So looking back at it, I think there were probably 2 days where I felt rougher, than normal. But I never was. But the biggest problem with me is just being confined to a bedroom and not being able to come out. Yeah. And just like, so I'd wake up every day and go, so I'm going to be here all day,
there's only so many times you can look at molding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't change.
And then when it started trickling down that, oh, Bubba's got it. Oh, Helmsy's got it. I just felt awful. I really did. I was just like, but I didn't know,
Love you, man.
Top of the hour, we'll be back. More Rick and Bubba continuing right after this.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Rick and Bubba.